Hey, Desiree here with Soulpath Astrology and this week's Oracle card readings. Welcome to video one. If this was your selection, this is what you picked. Before I reveal it, though, as always, I do invite you to please like the channel, subscribe to it if you haven't yet, like the video, and comment. I love the comments. It's such a great way for us to interface together. Yeah. Okay. So without further ado, but before we jump into the card reveal, let's talk about this new moon in Aquarius. I love a good new moon. This is like when we want to plant our dreams. A new moon is like a stainless moment in time where it's fertile soil. And this is such a potent time to slow down and to connect with your inner guidance system and see what wants to emerge through you, what wants to be co-created through you. Right. And this is the perfect time to do it. So I want to invite you into doing some kind of a ritual, even if all it is you light a candle and you sit down and you just sort of create a sacred container space for you for 15 minutes and just free write. Ask the question like, what most longs to be born from me right now? What do I most want to invest my gifts and talents and energy into? And just see what happens, just free flow. Sometimes it can actually be helpful to write the question with your dominant hand and then make an attempt to answer it with your non-dominant hand. So throw that out there as something to consider. Let's jump into your card. Card one, the Seven of Cups. Hmm. So the Seven of Cups is like the cards of illusions and disillusionment and dreams. And so actually this ties in really nice with the new moon because when the Seven of Cups arrives in a reading, there's this invitation to daydream and to really let your imagination go and to release yourself, to liberate yourself from trying to make it seem reasonable or feasible initially. So just brainstorm the heck out of life, right? But then the Seven of Cups is asking you to start to cut the wheat from the chaff, or however that saying goes, because it's asking you, where am I kind of deluding myself? Where am I hoping that I will be saved or that something will just magically happen? Or where might I be overly investing too much of my time and energy in fantasy instead of doing the uncomfortable real life work of taking physical steps to make it happen? There is going on right now. This is just such a potent energy. It's so alive in my world of reinviting the masculine energy back into life. So we had the feminist movement, which we desperately needed. I'm not knocking it in any way, shape, or form because it was out of balance, the whole patriarchy and like treating women and children like we were just, products or something you owned. But in many ways, the pendulum has been swung the other way, and it's like we've emasculated or neutered the masculine. And and this is what happens when we live in flights of fantasy. So ideally there's this beautiful marriage between allowing the heart to dream and to play and to be whimsical and to tap into that the Akashic force, to tap into the 0 point energy, to tap into infinite possibility. And then inform the masculine energy within us, the doing, the thing that makes it manifest in real life, informing that part of ourselves from our heart, but requires that we actually engage that masculine energy. So, in the same way that it's time for us to globally bring back a degree of structure, bring back a degree of discipline, bring back a degree of provision and protection, like structure, but in a healthy, supportive way. It's to elevate that. So the feminine needs to get out of fantasy land and manipulation land, where unfortunately she has been residing for quite a while, and bring back the masculine, but not that asshole, right? This isn't about overbearing. This isn't about he who leads the household or whatever. It's this mutually different. They're different polarities. It's different energy, but how do you bring them together in union so that you can take things out of fantasy land where they've been and bring them into real life? And what's so cool about this moon is it is an Aquarius, which has to do with service to like the greater whole. This is that quality of seeing unity, like seeing how we are all interconnected and where we need to work together applying our gifts together, doing what needs to get done so that we can have creativity. And that's really what happens with this union. When it happens, it's so creative. Like it's tapping into our creative faculties where we can have, and this is very Aquarian, way outside the box ideas, solutions that are unlike anything we've ever established before. And so if this was your card, the invitation is do the daydreaming, write them down, and then maybe start to pick a couple that really resonate for you, that feel really potent and alive, and start taking some physical, tangible steps to make them come alive. Don't let yourself be distracted. Don't do the thing where you just, instead of satisfying that craving within you that's longing to do something, sometimes when that feels uncomfortable, like it's too much work, we'll just go to the comfortable thing we already know and keep scrolling or keep reading or just keep writing about it or just keep talking about it, but don't actually do the damn thing. So this card is do the damn thing. Okay, I hope that landed. If you want to deep dive, if you want to explore this in more depth or how it applies to you specifically with your charts, of course, these readings are very general. I'd love to help. You can find the container for that. The link to my calendar is in the description and in the comments section. And as always, my friends, please enjoy your week. Really embody this amazing, take advantage of this energy that's available right now for planting seeds that feel deeply meaningful, deeply purposeful. And we'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.